Hey everyone, Todd Howard just did an interview with Jeff Keighley at the YouTube E3 show. He revealed a lot of details about Fallout 76, the first major one being that there is no ability to play this game offline. You have to be connected to play the game. So things like NPCs are entirely replaced by other players playing the game, which introduces those PvP elements. But for the story, that's all given to you like through holotapes and robots and things like that. And vendors are replaced by like terminals, and you get where I'm going. So that kind of is a little bit concerning because they said that there's a main quest and a story to complete, but what are we to care about in that main quest? Like if there's no people and no emotion in the story, it's just robots. What is there to do? What is there to care about? Um, my speculation is that maybe the main quest is actually just about rebuilding. Maybe there's robots that were pre-programmed before the war to help you rebuild. What if you go to that giant excavator and there's a group of robots there that explain what you need to do to get this thing up and running again? How to get it power, how to get the resources, how to repair it. And then, there's automated mining carts, which was in my review trailer earlier. Maybe, again, you have to, talk to those robots about getting things functioning there. Or maybe there will be some robo brains, so that human element will be reintroduced through something like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and listen to what Todd Howard had to say about that.
You can play solo, but a lot of people were asking me, it's like, can I play offline?
You cannot. You will see, even if you're playing by yourself
Ouch.
doing quests,
Yep.
you will see other players.
Okay.
And you can interact with them, or you can ignore them, because
Oh,
there is
wow.
a quest line. One of the main things that I saw feedback was when we say there are no NPCs.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one of the big differences that we really leaned on,
Okay.
which is every human, every character you see is a real person.
Yeah.
But there are still robots and terminals and holotapes. If you see a lot of the quests we do in Fallout 4 that are kind of this found world
Yeah.
quest thing, we still do all of that.
Okay.
But then, so if you sort of picture doing those quests or you watch someone play Fallout 4, it's like that. But then, as opposed to running into a gang of raiders,
Yeah.
those are real players.
So there's
And-
always PvP. Like you can never. It's all.
Well, first of all, I'd say we're still dialing that.
Okay.
We don't want it to be griefy, but we want to have some drama there.
Okay.
So there is a way that you can decide to do PvP, and we are currently balancing kind of the incentives for someone who wants to be very aggressive to people and those who want to ignore it.
Yeah.
And that really comes down to, the in-game incentives and then also the social incentives. But I would say we don't want it to be griefy in any way.
Okay.
And we'll dial it in so people can say, look, I don't want to deal with that.
So you can pick. It's like I don't want PvP.
Well,
You want a little bit of a little fear, I guess. It sounds
we
like.
want a little bit of drama there without them ruining your game.
The next thing Todd went on to reveal is that VATS is still in the game. It's not like Fallout 3 or 4 though, where it completely stops time or slows down time. It's in real time because you're playing against other people. So if you suck at aiming, but you still put a lot of points into building up your VATS skills, then you'll be able to hit headshots and things like that. Kind of hard to feel how that'll actually work. It could be exploitable by good players, but typically if somebody's just standing there using VATS to try and line up a shot, I think you'd have plenty of time to mow them down if you're a good player. But good players might be able to peek cover and effectively use VATS really quickly to like boom, 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 line up a couple of headshots and let it go. Hard to think how it'll work, but we'll just have to wait and see.
A lot of people are wondering, VATS
get what that
obviously
means.
In an online
Sure.
environment. How is that going to be accomplished?
Still there.
Okay.
It's
so
real
how does it-
time.
So it's real time back.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the final things he went on to talk about was modding. So obviously it's an online game and that introduces difficulties with modding, but he explained that not at launch. Down the road, there will be some sort of private mode, or it'll just be you and your friends, and you can mod through that. Sounds like paid mods could be coming back. That whole, creation club that people didn't like. It's hard to think how a site like Nexus Mods would work into this. But if it's kind of offline and just your own world, maybe your friends would have to have the same mods installed as long as that's the, cool. It's too hard to say. We'll just have to wait and see.
Now, the fans, I think, want to know about mods in an online environment. It's
Sure.
such a huge part of, your games over the years, BGS. How are you going to treat the idea of mods or user content in this environment?
We love mods,
Yeah.
and so we are 100% committed to doing that in 76 as well.
Okay.
We will not be able to do that at launch, though.
Yep.
You know, our goal for launch, this is really new for us, is have a well-running, robust service, and then some period later, we're currently still designing what that service looks like. You'll be able to have your own private world and be able to mod it and do all of that. We think with our games, that's where like the long-term life of them really is.
Yeah.
That is
Sounds a
trickier when
lot
you get
like
into an
paint mods.
online world, but we're definitely committed
Yeah.
to that, just won't be at launch.
So there it is. Those are the major key points. One thing that I was thinking at the end of it was this almost sounds like Minecraft a little bit. If the objective is just building up settlements and gathering resources and fighting, you know, these random monsters and maybe a bit of PvP, that does sound a lot like what Minecraft is, you know, minus the actual going underground trying to find diamonds. You're going around looting areas trying to find screws and multiple different things to build better weapons so you can fight harder creatures, because you might encounter an area where there's a bunch of level 150 monsters and there's no way you can take that on until you and your friends are all leveled up, capable of holding your own. So I'm still excited to see what happens. It's still a Fallout game. It's just not the typical one that maybe a lot of people were expecting or hoping for, but I'll be giving it a try. The beta is unknown at this point of when it'll be, but there will be a beta before launch. So when that comes, I'll be covering it and giving as much info as I can. Till then, likes, comments always appreciated. And yeah, till next time, bye for now.